Today's podcast is brought to you by Howler Head Whiskey. You can check them out at howlerhead.com, a handcrafted award-winning 80-proof Kentucky straight bourbon. And listen, damn it, it's got the flavors of banana. You like MMA, you like Dana White, you like the UFC. Let's support them, baby. Get the bourbon, get the Howler Head Whiskey, the only whiskey you will find at Fury Fighting Championships. HowlerHeadWhiskey.com, howlerhead.com.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the fury.
Man, I missed out this morning on those fucking shoes I wanted.
That's the Hulk Hogan.
Those
thermos.
Travis Scott Mac Attacks came out this morning.
Which ones are those?
These right here.
No thanks.
Nah.
No thanks on those.
Look, show Wayne. Nah.
Those are Mac Attacks, man. John Mac.
You know, the swoosh is backwards, man. I can't be on board with
Listen,
that.
it's hard for me to even put threes on sometimes. Like I pulled these out today. I was like, man, I don't know if I like these or not.
Man,
I think I kind of like 14s.
Nah.
I like
Like-
those. I like the threes.
I'm not.
I like
I'm
the
not-
threes too.
I'm not opposed to that. I like some threes.
1, 3.
I want
4,
the
5.
black ones. I want the black cement threes.
I like
some of those.
I like one.
Okay.
I don't like twos. I like three. Three's okay. It's
Yeah,
comfortable.
the twos,
It's a weirdly comfortable
no
shoe.
thanks.
Nothing beats a 1.
One is the shit. I like 3.
1 lows or highs.
I'm okay with 4s.
3, 4, 5. 1,
And then-
3, 4, 5.
That's
And then I like 9, 10, 11.
And then 6s, you know, I've never had any 6s, but I like them all right. You know, with
You
the
don't
little
like-
the little holes in the tongue or whatever.
You don't like
the
you don't like
infrareds?
9s? 9, 10, 11 are dope.
Those are some of those are bad. I like the 11s. Those are good.
When I was in middle school and shit, I liked them.
Yeah.
But now it's just like I can't find shit to wear with them. I just don't.
That's my
I
problem.
just don't. Like
Exactly.
you can wear anything with 4s,
Anything with 1.
anything with 1s.
Only problem with
5s
4s.
are pretty nice.
Only problem with 4s is that they're fucking heavy. So like after I wear 4s at some of our shows every now and then, and it's just
You can't go wrong with those bread 4s.
Nah, it's hard.
Those are the best.
Yeah.
That is the absolute best pair of Jordans ever made.
I can't say that.
I do. I will. And I'm a 1 guy, but I would never give up my bread 4s
So
for
you would,
any
take,
pair of
you
ones.
would take the bread 4s over the Concord 11s.
Yep.
Or the bread 11s.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most iconic
No.
shoe out there.
I think when
that tuxedo shiny look on the
Nah.
toe.
I got you, man. I enjoy wearing them, but yeah, man, 4s all day.
the bread 4 was just,
Yeah.
I feel like that was
the one,
that was
man.
Jordan.
My buddy in junior high had those, and they got stolen off his feet at the Galleria. So I mean, that's besides Michael Jordan,
But
you
he
know,
sounds like a bitch.
you know, he was like 12. I wasn't there. He showed up. He showed up to school without them. Goddamn, pal.
Yeah, I remember I was in 2nd grade when I got my first pair of Jordans, and they were
Ballin'.
bread 4s.
Ballin'. I
8 years old.
I don't really remember getting my first pair. I just remember kind of having.
But that's
them.
when the first pair of bread 4s ever came out.
Yeah.
Had to be, right? Yeah, it's like
Yeah. That was
88.
That was during
Yeah.
88. I
Yeah,
think
That was
88.
That was
88.
during Do the Right Thing.
yep.
Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fucking scuffed his shoes. What? Yeah, that I remember that moment. I remember that moment watching that show and thinking like, man, I'll fuck up my shoes.
Yeah.
Here.
You pick your shoes before you pick your clothes, or you put on your clothes and then throw your shoes
I
on?
figure out what shoes I'm gonna wear, then I grab my shirt.
Boom.
Like, or
There's some people that get dressed and then they're like, all right, what
Some-
shoes am I going to wear?
I
with
mean,
this?
No.
to be fair
no.
now,
You
pick
gotta
your
know.
shoes.
You gotta know which ones you're wearing first, man.
not to be like, I don't want to sound like braggadocious at all, but I mean now I can kind of fucking put on my clothes and grab whatever shoes to match.
Because you got,
because I got the colors to match it. Like I've got something that'll match it. Something.
Woo.
courtesy of
Space City Collective, the
Space City
best
Collective.
in the game by far. By far. They got what did I grab the other day when I was out there? Oh, I grabbed some those Smoke Gray 4s.
Yeah,
That was
I have
badass.
those.
Those great. Yeah, these are fucking
I like
badass
those.
shoes.
I do like those.
Badass shoes. It's still.
I like the black cats too.
I like those.
Yeah, those are nice.
I think I wear my ones, man. I mean, I have more ones than anything.
Oh, me too.
And I wear that's my gym shoe. That's my
It's not my gym shoe.
gym shoe. mean, what are you doing? You're running?
Yeah.
Oh, it's your fours.
I'm in my on clouds.
Moan clouds.
I'm in my on
You like
clouds.
those?
Oh, they're very comfortable for a treadmill or a track.
Yeah.
Like, so that's what I throw on in the morning and go to the gym with some sweats.
I've seen them. Like, I've seen a bunch of people wearing them. They became popular, I guess. But
I mean, I thought they look ugly,
yeah.
but my wife wears them to work and shit, and she was like, "These are so comfortable." So then Aubrey wanted a pair, and she's like, "These are so
The whole
comfortable."
family's rocking.
So then I was like, "Man, I'm gonna get me a pair of on clouds." No, Madison wears Hokas or whatever to run
Oh, yeah.
cross country in.
yeah.
Fucking expensive ass running shoes, like $180 for, and like the first day she runs cross country, so they come home covered in fucking mud and shit, and I'm like,
That's what kills me, man.
dude, like,
You didn't see that puddle? You could have like jumped or ran around it.
yeah, like, are you supposed to do like a, what do you call it, a mud run every time?
Yeah.
Like,
It's crazy how much everything costs more. What?
Here comes the money.
Yeah.
Ain't that the truth?
Little Shane McMahon in the background. I was looking at trading my truck in again to get another vehicle. And dude, you can't buy like a truck.
that truck's probably like 40% more than it was when you bought it.
Yeah.
I remember like one of the F-350s I bought when I bought it in 19, it was like 51
Yeah.
or 57 or some shit. And I went in for an oil change last month, and I was looking at almost the same truck for like 79.
Yeah. Well, that's
like,
just
nah,
happened. So my truck's
I'll hang on to what I got.
That's just what it costs now,
My
right?
truck's a 22, and it was 62, whatever. It was all right. That same truck, like just the newer version of that same truck. Right now, my buddy was like, "Maybe 75." I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
It's the same thing
No
I have
thanks.
now."
Yeah. Just hang on to what you got.
Dude, it's hard to like buy stuff any day.
It's hard being a
Hey, you've built equity in a vehicle. When does that ever
There's
happen?
no fucking equity.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
No equity in that vehicle. Like, hey, that's the hard thing about buying new vehicles too. Like, you know, if you buy it, you might as well just keep it till it breaks because you'll never get your money back out of it.
Oh yeah. Of course not.
You better pay it off and just run it till the wheels fall off.
That's why I prefer now, like just buy
Thanks,
the whole
Joe
shit.
Biden.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
Speaking of Biden, I saw Trump this weekend.
Oh yeah,
The fights.
yeah. Y'all was hanging out.
He was there. He was in the lounge having a little whiskey.
Oh, you were down in the lounge too with Trump.
Yeah.
Were y'all separated by?
By security.
So you got nowhere close. Right?
Hey, can you see me over
Did
here?
you get a selfie like with him behind you or anything?
Yeah. Does he text you every day?
Nah.
Oh yeah. Wayne gets text every day.
He hit me up kind of late last night. You know, Wayne, sorry for the late text, but I needed you to see this before the Supreme Court's deadline.
There you go.
Yeah.
What website is Wayne subscribed
There you
to?
go.
We're pretty tight.
There you go.
We're pretty tight, man.
It is cool because when he walks into the arena and AL3 drops that American badass,
Yeah.
and he's walking through there and he's got his little.
He's always got Kid Rock in
And the
tow.
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock is always right behind him too.
Yep.
So
Hey, did our last show go up talking about AL3 and stuff?
what last show? Last podcast?
No,
Hey,
it's,
producer.
it's coming up today.
No thanks. We're in the studio again, and our last one hasn't even dropped yet.
Diego, you forgot.
This
No,
is a
it-
Diego Reyes production.
Diego forgot.
Come on.
I didn't forget. It's in the pending
You know,
queue.
coming up.
It's in the Bat Cave.
You know, coming up, we have to like.
Yes. We have that break.
What about your assistant coming up? The guy who's going to be help doing some video recording. Can he do this?
As far as
Can he
like
help you with some
uploading,
of this
yeah.
stuff? What's he doing? Where's he at?
Is he at home? Dry jerking?
Is that another one of your kids?
Dry jerking.
Is he at home dry jerking?
Is he like a neighbor kid?
No,
You send him to the spa or what? Is that like his Christmas bonus?
You're teaching him the wrong.
he's in the spa 9-month program.
That sounds like
in a spa 9 months.
that sounds like a good name for Diego's first rap album, Dry Jerkin.
Dry jerk.
Hey, he said a small Christmas bonus.
I'm not gonna lie. This
That ain't bad, is it?
this Live Oak vodka.
Vodka water.
Look at Diego's.
Shout out to Live Oak vodka. I got my vodka water with a little bit of splash of
Yeah.
Crystal Light in here.
This podcast brought to you by Live Oak Vodka.
Raspberry lemonade.
And we need a whiskey sponsor. I've got whiskey in the flask this week. We're out of whiskey. We need more whiskey.
I'm gonna be ruining my day today with this because Actually, today, like, I don't have lots to do with the kids.
What you need to do is just drink your little vodka, go eat you some pho.
Some fuck.
I was waiting for the hard K at the end of that. Man, he was taking great
Drink
pride
some
in pronouncing
vodka.
that accurately.
Hey,
Get you some vodka. Go get you some fuck.
Get you a massage while you eat some pho.
Are you just describing Diego's day?
Yeah, I mean, this is Tuesday for Diego.
It's a regular old Tuesday for D.
Regular Tuesday, D.
Hold on.
Wait, what do you?
Fuck it.
You having too much fun with that, D.
Shit, man. So how are the fights?
It's good, man. Good scraps.
How did you see the fight in the fight?
Yeah.
Dude,
That was funny.
did you see who was there breaking it up?
Yeah.
Our man George Toko.
I seen that.
Shout out.
I also seen Moreno like turn his back and take off because he was sitting right next to
Okay, so
saw that.
Sean
you
Strickland.
guys all saw.
Listen, it was
yeah.
Sean Strickland,
Yeah,
Lance.
Strickus
Yeah.
and then
Drake
Brandon.
is
And then it was
Duplessis.
him, and then Brendan Allen was there. George
Yeah,
Toko.
they were behind
So
him.
all of our friends are right where this happened, and we've got I've got different reports, and everyone's kind of saying the same thing, but kind of a gangster moment. I thought pretty cool. Sean Strickland moving homeboy's kids out of the way. Like, hey, why don't you get your kid out of here for a second? Because I'm going over the chair.
That's old school, right?
I don't know how I feel about that because dude, you're in public. You're a professional. Now there's some lines.
That's the thing. Like whenever Dana was, bringing the UFC up and everything, he was trying to do away with like that animalistic vibe to it. And
A street brawl.
yeah, I mean, Sean Strickland kind of is like, yeah, fuck it, I'm doing this
got
right
that-
here, right now at this event.
Stone Cold.
Anybody else, not a fighter, would have been in cuffs, escorted out of there.
Yeah,
Did you hear Dana take full blame? For
Yeah,
putting the-
yeah.
He's like,
he
I
said,
fucked
I'm responsible for all the seating assignments.
I
I almost
fucked
feel
up.
like he's like, hey, we got this fight coming up. Let's put him
Yeah.
here and him here. Yeah,
I do.
that
think,
that was if he's in charge of the seating assignment, that was not an accident.
I could see him overlooking it. I could see him.
got so much shit on his
much
plate.
shit's going on, but like
You guys fucking suck, man.
No,
Just so you know.
no. But also, like, I can see your angle.
As a promoter,
Yeah, no, definitely.
Well, listen, me as a promoter, I don't want any fights going down because
controversy sells. Man. Of course, yeah.
maybe because our venues are smaller and they're too close to us,
I've had to,
but the shit that happened in San Antonio
yeah.
when we had Fury, I was like, that's not
That's
how I want
different.
to. I
That's
don't want to end the
different.
night like
we
that.
didn't promote a 10-year-old kid versus a bitch on the
Yeah.
second floor. Okay, that's different.
No, I'm talking about recently when they were with
Lopez's dad's.
Yeah,
Drake
we didn't
Lopez
we didn't
jumping
put
out of the
Lopez's
cage.
dad versus whoever he was fighting with.
Right.
Spilled out into the parking lot.
Right.
I'm talking about like two marquee name fighters sitting.
Okay, so
rows apart.
that would be like us at Fury put in Cameron Smotherman and Leomano Martinez right behind him.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
be the same shit.
Let's do it.
It would happen
Hey,
just
so
like that.
so what are your thoughts on
I want to put Karan Reed next to somebody.
earlier?
Next to anybody.
Less Karan and more his friends. But,
Yeah.
what do you think about earlier in the week? Colby, they said he crossed the line.
With the,
Hey man, yeah, I'm
With
in
his
that.
dad?
I'm in
Did
that
he
boat.
cross the line?
Yeah, I feel like hey, that's just me.
I mean, I don't.
Just me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't. What is the history behind that?
So
With Leon's dad.
Leon's dad, evidently, I do not have the full 100% knowledge. Evidently, he was a bad dude who like killed a bunch of people, and he was murdered because of like some shit he had done. He wasn't a good guy.
Yeah, I don't know this story.
But does it belong in the promotion to a UFC pay-per-view main event? No.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's something that you don't.
That's
you
family
don't-
business.
Yeah, you don't
man.
talk about
Whoever his
parents,
dad is,
kids,
Hey, hey,
spouses.
Colby, did he kill your dad? Did he sell drugs to your mom, or whatever the case may be? Whatever Leon's dad has done, did it affect Colby personally? No, it didn't belong.
So what
in that
about
pay-per-view
what
building.
about what about Connor telling Poirier his wife? Your wife is in me DMs.
Yeah, okay, that's a little different because I think there was some facts behind that. Like she hit him up about a fundraiser or something, maybe. I don't know, but
Okay.
but there was something there. Technically,
She was in his
true.
DMs.
Exactly.
So what they're
It's like,
saying
fuck
is,
you.
is that Leon's dad was a sex trafficker and a drug peddler who killed a bunch of people in Africa or whatever. All right, he's maybe
Water.
Maybe he was a bad guy.
You have to go get some more waters, Diego.
But also there's water right there, man. But also at the same point, I don't necessarily think that there's lines that you can cross. I feel like
It is the
you
fight
gotta-
game.
You got to pay for what you say. And like everyone has boundaries. And
To
you
me, it's
figure that
cheap
out
heat.
because you got to cross them sometimes.
It's cheap heat though. It's like
It
you know,
is.
well, I could go at you, but you know, I'm out of material now. So hey, I know some shit about your family
Yeah.
that I can drop in here. It's cheap, man. It's low hanging fruit, but hey,
I
it
myself-
sells tickets. I bet it got some extra pay per view buys, and that's what Colby's goal was ultimately. I'm sure. So
I'm cool 1,000% like talking about you. I'll say every bad thing about you that I can.
right.
I don't believe in dragging
Family.
into it. Like
Yeah.
I would never talk about someone's kids. I'll talk about grandmas. I don't know why I think it's okay.
What
to talk
about somebody's mom's an astronaut? Well, that.
I mean, she wears
mother-
army boots. You know, what you want me to do?
She's wearing the Jordan 5s.
There
I
you
just
go.
I feel
astronaut
like you
shoes.
can say anything you want. It's look. I think to me, kids should be off limit.
I agree.
Do you think Colby would agree with that?
Well,
Or
here's
you think
the
Colby will
problem I
say
have
some
with
shit?
Colby. Here's the problem I have.
I
With
think Colby would say some shit about somebody's kid, man.
Colby
Probably will.
Colby tried and has become a poor imitation of Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
And actually, he has 1,000% followed Chael Sonnen and that he's always second best. Even going back to wrestling, he was always second place. You know, Chael Sonnen won some tournaments, but he was never like the king.
guy.
Yeah, I want to say he took a few silvers in massive tournaments, which is amazing. Still, he was better than 99.9% of everybody else.
Yeah.
But just like in his 3 title fights, he came up short.
Yeah.
Colby Covington, 3 title fights, comes up short. He is another version of Chael, but where I think he went wrong, when you look at the evolution, you know, Chael said funny things that were kind of mean.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like, dude, the whole Nogueira feeding a carrot to a bus shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that shit is still funny. When he talks about one of my favorite lines from him is when he's talking about had he known that the Brazilian people had internet. That he would, had he known.
Oh man.
Maybe he wouldn't have said that, but,
Yeah,
he was
that's
funny. And then that
Exactly.
that evolved to Connor, where Connor in the beginning, remember Connor was brash, but he was confident, and he was saying how good he is, and then he started saying funny stuff. Along the Mayweather time, it was funny, and then it started crossing this weird kind of line with stuff about you girls in my DMs. Look, we've all kind of said some shit like that.
Who was the worst trash talker?
I think Colby.
I think Colby.
I think
I think
Colby
Tito Ortiz was horrible too.
Oh,
Colby-
now
The shit he
Colby's
said used to
trying
say.
be these guys that we're just talking about, but he's not good at
Colby
it.
comes across mean.
Yeah,
He comes
yeah.
across like a.
He just insults you.
Yeah, versus
That's it.
And he botches the delivery. I'm going to drag you to the 7th layer of hair. I mean, hell.
Yeah.
So, okay, but if you haven't practiced that line enough to get it right when the lights are on, maybe
Right.
don't say it.
Oh,
Shut the
Tito-
fuck up.
Tito Ortiz was fucking terrible.
Yeah, him and Ken Shamrock.
Dude.
When they had their beef and they were doing like press conferences, and Ken Shamrock was like, "I'm gonna beat the living snot out of you."
Ooh,
And I'm
buddy.
just like,
Do you remember
dumb
when-
shit.
Was it Bellator that, or maybe Strikeforce that had Tito doing post fight interviews?
No.
And dude, it was so fucking bad. Diego, insert that right here. Okay, cool. So it was.
That was awesome.
So bad he could barely like put sentences together to ask questions, and it just his trash talk was really really bad. He had shitty trash talk. Colby's. He just isn't funny. It's just not funny. His delivery is off.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to play this character. And look, when you go back and you look at it, Chael was channeling superstar Billy Graham.
Yep.
Like that's what he was doing. Sometimes word for word. Like a lot of the times word for word. You know.
Whenever it's a new audience, like what's old is new. They don't know who this is.
Right.
They haven't
And-
heard this before.
But the thing about Chael is his delivery was so on point, and he had the ability to go off script and still be funny.
yeah.
Like, and he tells stories.
Chael is intelligent.
Dude, he's so
That's
good.
the difference.
He's so good. And Connor was very, very funny too in what he said and how he delivered. And part of it could have been the accent. Like when you have an accent, shit's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, listen, Mick is not a funny dude, but when he says shit,
Vodka woulda.
fucking makes me laugh my ass off. Even
Low
when he's
Cobb.
Yeah, I mean, he's a funny guy. I'm just saying, like, it's even funnier.
funny.
It's even funnier because of his accent. And what do we all do, even when he's not here? We're walking around trying to do that shit because it's funny. So yeah, Connor was even better with it funny. Kobe, man, he just tried to become an asshole. And some of the things he was saying are just kind of dickish and piece of shitish, and they weren't funny. Like, you have to be funny. You can be a heel, but a good heel has some humor to them. And that's where, as a fan in the audience,
Your delivery has to be able to like draw people in.
yeah, man,
Not repulse.
tell
people.
me a story. Make me come on this ride with you. And again, I go back to Chael.
Make him what?
Hey, do you think
Make him what?
Eric's got innuendo? Here we go.
I do think.
I thought Diego. God damn! I set Diego up to push a button and then he didn't.
Come on.
Whatever.
Diego.
Fuck this shit,
Damn.
dude. I'd like to see Dana seat Masvidal next to Colby at the next pay per view.
I mean, Masvidal had a shot.
And you have to check your
I think
phone.
Masvidal's done, right?
He's retired.
Yeah, you have to check your phone at the concierge or something. You can't call 911.
Is he promoting still?
He's still
it's bare knuckles.
He's still doing bare knuckle and bare knuckle MMA. He's got a bare knuckle MMA brand as too. I don't really pay.
on
Honestly,
Fight Pass.
I don't pay any attention to it. I think it is actually.
No, it's not.
It's not? Okay.
I don't think so.
Just see Karate Combat this weekend.
Yeah.
What'd you think about that?
It's different. Listen, I'm
I
not mad at it.
saw a lot of combat. I didn't see any karate. Like it's not,
Hey, shout out.
It didn't look like.
you can call it karate. Combat,
It didn't look
but-
like Bloodsport,
Yeah,
and that's what I think
It
it
looked
should look like.
Yeah.
it looked.
That's badass.
It looked like MMA with pajama pants.
Hey, shout out
They were
to
ground
a
and pounding
friend
and shit.
friend of the show, Sam Alvey, the new
Yo.
heavyweight champ. We were actually talking. We were looking at doing a show out in Tennessee, and had been talking to Sam some about trying to work with us out there.
Smiling Sam.
And good dude, man. Every time I talk to him on the phone, super easy, exactly the guy you think he is. Super nice guy. So congrats to Sam Alvey on picking up the heavyweight championship. But yeah, I really thought they could, had they went to what we use, the platform where you fall off the sides, like that was Bloodsport. Remember, like they had to hop up onto it or they walked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig kind of like the concave walls coming in. I guess
Then they would have to climb up and sit in their corners.
Yeah,
And then come back down.
Fucking tired. You got to run up a little hill.
You could like run up the outfield wall and jump off, do a Superman Griffey punch.
I seen Pettis try that a couple times. You would see him like bounce off like he was
Yeah.
going to do something, but Ben was already out
I
of
was like,
there.
fuck that. Not twice, homie.
Yeah, you ain't.
It looks
So
great in your head or on a video
It
game.
was it was cool. Like I didn't mind. I watched it. I watched parts of it. It was kind of
Looked like it was outdoors.
It was indoors. It was indoor in
Looked
Vegas.
like half of the arena
was
was
it?
open.
Maybe it was one of those.
I mean, they were they were on Fight Pass, and LFA was on Fight Pass in the same city.
yeah. Just you watching the LFA event?
I started a little bit last night because I wanted to see Canuto.
Yeah.
She went against that Russian girl who was constantly DMing us, the judo one,
I know who you're talking about.
and that girl beat her and won their belt. Isn't that girl like 30-something years old?
Yeah.
35?
Yeah,
36?
there wasn't much interest above.
Yeah, I mean, we had like literally I can go to my DMs right now and I have
She's in your
hundreds-
DMs.
Nikitska or some shit.
Her.
Yeah.
And she kept wanting us to book her at, I thought it was at 45.
No, it was
35.
It was
25.
25. Yeah.
But I would look, I'd be like, okay, she doesn't have a lot of fights and she's like 35 maybe.
Look, there's that's not to say.
We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
Mick's gonna.
maybe Mick will pick her up. She doesn't quite fit the mold when it comes to the age. Mm-hmm. Because what are you going to do? Bring her in for 3 fights and then she's kind of done?
The females
Now,
are
But her accomplishments
Right.
by far.
kind of like Robellis.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Robellis, to be fair.
Except he's a heavyweight.
Except he's a heavyweight.
Yeah. It makes such a big difference, man.
Yeah.
It's and we were talking about that before we went on air. Like the hardest divisions are the women's divisions and then 205 and above. Or you can even throw 185 in there sometimes.
185 and up.
It's really hard to keep competitive fights in there because the number of people who are just in those weight classes is thin. Like those are thin weight classes, man. Not a lot of people in those. But working on some stuff. Looking to bring our boy George Tokos back.
Tuco Tokos. He doesn't want you to call him George.
I know he doesn't. And as soon as I say Tokos, I remember I'm supposed to say Tuco.
Oh.
What a good guy. Like,
Tuco.
good guy. shout out again. I know there when the Sean Strickland melee was another friend of the show, Brendan Allen.
It was so awesome because
Hey, where was Lance in the middle of that?
He was right
he
scuffle?
was on the
next to
side
Sean.
trying to break it up. But I seen
He was there, right?
Tokos and damn boy. I seen Tokos and Allen earlier when we were going backstage into the elevator, and the elevator opens up, and I hear Eric, and I look and I see this purple shirt, and it's Brendan.
Yeah.
Like, what's up, my G? Such a cool dude,
He's-
man.
yeah, dude.
And Toko's right next to him. I was like, man, when you coming back? He's like, I've been hitting Rich up.
He has been.
I said, I know, man. We're looking, bro. It's got to make sense, man.
Yeah, it's man. People don't. I can't tell you how many DMs or messages or requests that are in my IG box over on the side of everybody wants to come fight for Fury in 2020. Everyone wants to come fight now, but 2024, everyone's trying to get on a show. And the funny thing is, man, look, we're in March, April. Like in our papers, in our heads, we're in March, April right now, trying to book shows.
Got to start running double shot weekends.
I should answer Daniel Pineda, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, friend of the show, Daniel Pineda.
What's up, Pitt?
Wake your ass up, Eric.
Hey, we're recording a podcast.
Hey,
Do
we're
we have
in
your
the, we're in the
permission to
middle of
record you?
podcast, so don't talk about your sex games or anything.
Stupid ass.
Get the microphone closer, man.
He hung up.
Shut up, Pete.
That's the man. Oh, that's the man. So you guys are. Let's see. We had Pantoja and Royval. That was a fun fight.
It was. Did you think there was going to be a finish? Royval turned it up at the end.
Yeah, I didn't. No, I didn't think there would be a finish. And in the fifth round, I thought Pantoja looked a lot like he looked in moments against Moreno.
Dude, it
just
was-
looks worse than he is tired wise.
It was like a plus 500 that fight would go the distance.
Really.
Everybody thought that. I think Pantoja was going to get a submission again.
Yeah, I didn't feel that. Brandon Royval is very good. What's next for Pantoja? Do we see him go back to Moreno?
No, I think Moreno's booked for Mexico City,
Yeah.
and I think he has an opponent already.
I
don't know who it is,
He already
but-
beat Kai Kara France. There's not a lot of guys left like for him to beat. Moreno's kind of beat everybody, but he probably needs one win.
And then he'll be back fighting.
I would
for
think
that
so.
belt.
Would you watch the Wonder Boy and
Mm-hmm.
dude? How fucking big is Shamzat? What is his name?
He choked Wonder Boy, right?
Yeah, no one's ever submitted Wonder Boy.
What is he? 18-0 now?
18-0 with 18 finishes.
Damn.
Fucker.
Like
Welterweight.
that's some monster.
Don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
Wrong
Is
one.
that the
Wrong one.
Diego?
Wrong one. Wrong one.
Diego doesn't give a fuck if he's 18 and 0.
doesn't
Bring
give
his bitch
no-
ass
So
on.
who does he fight? Leon?
Diego
next?
said,
Shut your
Well, that was
bitch
at
ass
eight.
up.
70.
Does he?
Yeah, he was 5.
Does he get a shot at
He was
Leon?
5, but he beat the number 6 guy. With Leon beating the number 1 guy.
Usman's still in there.
Usman's still in there.
He's 3, right?
He's 3, but I think he's technically probably going to stay at 85. I would think, because he looked pretty good at 85 against Hamzat. So I'm not sure.
no, wrong.
I'm not sure who would be next to him. At
Diego's
170.
going ape shit on the control board there. He doesn't know what camera he's
Live Oak
on.
Vodka, baby.
He's,
That's
he's
the
trying
shit.
to get live
I
oak
think
on the shot.
The guy
but
we forget about in that weight class is Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is, I want to say, he's 4. He's 4 or 3, something like that.
Hamzat's fighting at 85
Yeah,
or 70.
yeah. Come shots up at 85.
cum shot.
Yeah, shout out to Kobe Cup. One of the few funny things I actually heard him say. Oh, come shot Chimaev. I'm like, okay.
I think Shamaev will whoop his ass.
Oh, he
though.
beat the shit out of him.
Then say it to my face.
You got the dark pale horse in there, Bo Nickel at 85, still running.
Yeah.
I think he's got some time though. He's still young in the game.
He's young in the game, but I mean,
You know what I was
But he's
looking
a
at?
phenom. He's like on that rocket ship.
I was watching on ESPN Plus. They have
got that heavyweight exception to him.
they have like the Chris Weidman comeback story. Have you seen it?
I saw it on my Amazon Prime or Netflix. One of them.
So he fought for Ring of Combat, and I think was 3-0, and fought for their their 85 belt against Uriah Hall.
Yeah, and Uriah beat him
No, he beat Uriah
because they had a rematch. Uriah, yeah, because their fight in the UFC was a rematch.
when he broke his leg.
Yeah.
When he did the kick and broke his leg. But at 8, he was 3-0 fighting for the Ring of Combat title. And right after that, he got called up. So he got called into the UFC at 4-0, straight in.
Yeah, but that was what year was that?
It was
It's changed.
14.
It's changed a lot.
I think it was
since-
2014. And then I think he was like 6-0 barely, or 7-0 when he fought Anderson Silva.
He was 10-0.
Was he?
He was 10-0. I want to say he was 10-0 because I know he had double-digit wins when he fought for the title.
You got fact checked.
I didn't bring my.
He's wrong.
Who's
He
wrong?
wasn't double digit yet.
Let's see.
Eric knows his shit,
Let's
man.
find out. Let's find out.
Bitch, let me
I
verify
put my
myself.
laptop away because we have no format this week.
No, we're just
So I
bullshit.
was like,
this week.
fuck it.
Let's see. When he beats.
Eric says he wasn't double digit yet.
All right, his first fight with Anderson Silva, he was 10-0.
So he had just hit.
Second fight with Anderson Silva, he
Where-
was 11-0.
Where's the Price is Right? Boom, 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 boom.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Damn, he's lost his last 3, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna have to talk to Rob. Dude, if he can preload more sound effects in that thing, wow.
But they were just
Have a
talking
lot of
like,
fun.
so he went in at 3 and oh shit. So his last fight he was 3-0.
Yeah.
So he went into the UFC at 4-0.
Yeah, but
He fought for the belt in that Ring of Combat against Uriah Hall. He only had 2 pro fights. He was 2-0.
He was being fed.
it's just the times. It's
Yep.
just the times when you look back. That was 2010. Damn, because 2011.
I was already running my amateur shows.
2011,
Time
he made his,
flies,
made his
man.
UFC debut at 2011. But I think when you look at that's over a decade ago, and when you look at the number of fighters and like just the sport in general, you're not going to see an 85er go in.
Actually, when he fought Anderson Silva the first time, he was 9-0.
he was 10-0.
No,
He was 10-0.
Uh-oh. Eric's got
he was 9-0.
9-0.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Topology's wrong.
He
Talking
was
about-
9-0.
Talking about
Topology's wrong.
cage combat. I
No,
found-
because there's a grappling match in here that he was 9-0.
Guys, Diego's trying to share a memory with you.
Oh, go ahead, Diego.
You're
Tell us.
interrupting
I
him.
found the cage combat 15 press pass.
Oh, shit. Dude, hey, you can get in there now for free, man.
Oh shit!
When I was doing a video for TXMMA.com.
this is pretty good, man.
I think.
What are your
happened to
memories of
TX
Cage
MMA?
Combat 15, Diego?
TX MMA. I think Mike Callum just didn't have time for it anymore because
I
it was
was-
Paul Erickson's at that time, and then
Ooh.
Mike came to work for us at thecagedoor.net.
Did y'all pay him?
I don't think we did. I don't know. We might have. I doubt it.
You filthy scumbag.
But
I think
why?
we gave him photo credit.
But why?
That's what he gave me.
And then and
Did
then
you get paid?
He gave me full credit.
yeah, no shit. Pay bills with those. And then he went to
Those are thank you dollars.
TXMMA to help TXMMA kind of like rebuild and brand. Mike was good, man. Mike,
He's a good photographer.
Yeah, he's a good
Maybe tell
photographer.
me.
He's a good historian too of Texas. He's been around a long time. He's another guy who
Is he still
Was-
around? Like,
I even did. I
haven't
started
seen him
some
in
podcasts
forever.
with TXMMA.
Yeah.
with him.
He does. He's
he's
A
one of the
while ago,
owners
that was-
of Henzo Gracie Lake Houston, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
and he shoots all the photos at other grappling.
ADCCs
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah.
He's
I'm sitting on material here.
he's asked a few times to come out to some of our shows, and a couple times.
And why do you not give him
I've
access?
given him access a
Okay.
couple times, but for the most part as well, like where we're at now, you're not with a media outlet, so I don't give anybody access anymore.
We really don't need extra coverage.
They just people get in the way.
We got the most coverage.
You end up with people on top of people in the tech zone.
That's the biggest issue at this point.
we got too many cameramen, commentary.
And then you got state people who want to, bring the strippers they met, the night before.
Yeah.
The whole lineup from
Jesus.
I don't have any. I don't think of any memorabilia I have from that time frame. I did have one of so when Colin Wright fought on. Man, it was one of the early Cage Combats. I forget which
He
one.
was number 2. No, he was number 1.
Yeah.
He fought David Armus on Cage Combat 1.
Yeah. So was that for the title that night?
No.
It was two. He
We don't give away belts at Cage
no,
Combat 1.
later he did. Cage Combat 1.
no good old boy belts.
I had
Yeah,
one
that.
of his.
Just
I
a
was
good old boy.
I was still helping him with his career at that time, and I had
Oh, you're the manager.
maybe I had one of
Manager.
his. That was B3 Sport Days.
Okay.
I had one of his.
Richie the
Shout out to
Brain
Reagan
Heenan.
McDaniel.
Reagan
Cows.
McDaniel. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Dude, that for a while it was me, Reagan McDaniel, Mike Jackson was part of it.
Fritz Fowler.
Fritz Fowler was
Fritz
part of it.
Fowler.
Fritz Fowler.
Man, Reagan, like people don't really know, but like Reagan again, he was the original DJ for Legacy.
Yeah.
So like he was.
I remember
yeah,
I had
he
to
was-
send in my walkout
He was
music.
the original DJ for Legacy. He was managing fighters. On his roster at one time, he had Rich Clemente, Daniel Pineda, Derek Lewis, Andrew Craig. He had, oh God, I want to say we had a pretty decent sized roster. We had a bunch.
Adam Schindler.
Adam Schindler. Oh shit, yeah.
A lot of white people.
Shindiggity.
A lot of white people and Derek Lewis. So that made up for the percentage difference. But you know,
That checks the box.
he was another guy. Like, he'd be a great guy to have on the show, man.
Reagan?
He's
A
got
lot of knowledge, man.
a lot of knowledge.
We should bring him in.
You know, he's a high school like a super successful high school football coach now.
Yeah.
And so is Blaine. His son Blaine actually won one of the first like kids MMA belts out in Louisiana when he was like 12 years old.
They have kids MMA belts in Louisiana.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Louisiana?
I remember
You fight it
them
Popeyes.
coming out to had a walkout at Legacy when
pal.
Legacy is right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
He beat
my kid is the ground and pound champion of the 7th grade, Washita
Can't punch
Parish
him in the
High
face,
School.
though.
Hey, Blaine was a little monster at that time, man.
God damn.
And now he just his team lost, but they got to the state. His first year coaching got to the state championship in high school football.
Did Blaine go off to LSU?
So Blaine went off to some other college. I'm not sure what I don't remember the name of the college, but he went off, played cornerback, a D1. He was a D1 football player and hurt his shoulder or his bicep.
Oh, damn.
Had surgery and was kind of never the same. Wasn't able to get some of that.
The time
back.
frame on the recovery plays a factor in that.
And then so he ended up smartly getting into coaching. His dad, man, look, Reagan's a fantastic coach. He's a Mike Leach disciple. So, you know, he runs that spread offense out. And his team and their teams put up
That
like 60.
spread.
That was just
Calm down, Diego.
spread offense.
What are you looking at down there?
He's looking at the spread offense, and some other different
Golly.
results came up on Google. Give him a minute.
Yeah, I mean, Reagan, he's
It's a spread offense, not spread Asian.
Kind of one of those like unsung heroes of like early MMA here in that Houston time frame. Managed Chris Reed as well with B3.
Chris Reed.
Reagan McDaniel managed Chris Reed.
Yeah, man.
Remember-
It was
Man.
that was fun stuff back in the day, man. It was a different world, definitely
So
back then.
So you were behind the scenes, and I was just an active fan. I spent so much money going to these shows and
Ballin'.
no, not balling, but
Go ahead.
so this is my plug-in as far as going to local shows.
Yeah.
You need to go. You need to
Gotta go see the local show.
Fuck me, I thought
You gotta go to Fury. You gotta go
I
to
thought there was a story coming.
Hey, this is gonna be Diego's new hook. He's gonna draw you in. You're gonna be like, yeah, tell us more. But you gotta go see a live
Diego,
show.
tell him where to go, Diego.
Fury Fighting Championship.
The fucking website, man.
Fury FC is it? FuryFC.TV.
FuryFC.tv/tickets. That's what he meant to say. It was right on the tip
I
of
was
his
getting
tongue.
there. You guys gotta give me.
Hey, last time he did that, where he's like,
FuryFC.tv/tickets.
there you go, that's the last exact thing you said last week.
He's done it 2 weeks since, and not 3.
We got
This is his gimmick.
But going back to that though.
don't you fucking drag me
Hey,
into
hey,
another
hey.
story.
Hey, he asked you a question
Go
earlier.
back.
He said,
I did.
what do
Before
you
the-
remember from Cage Combat 15? Who was on that press pass?
You found a press pass and you had your credentials, and it was
Let's
probably
look it
like
up.
a monumental moment for you. I'm trying to give you time to think,
Right.
and you went. It was your first time ever
No, that was not first time, but
as a credentialed member of the media. It probably was.
I don't remember.
God damn, pal.
This story is
This is
fucking falling
brutal.
off, man.
Hey guys, go to FuryFC.tv/tickets. Pick up some tickets to our next event, January 14th. What is that? Submission Hunter Pro,
Yes.
Houston at Escapade, baby.
Cage Combat 15. Main event. Manny Lazoya versus Garvin's Brun.
Who the fuck is that?
That little black kid from Kingwood MMA.
Oh,
He used to throw down. He's a 35er.
shit. Okay.
Co-main event. Cameron Graves versus Edward Longoria.
Yo.
Let's see if there's some other notable names on here. Cody Owens.
You did 33 of those cage combats before you changed the name. Probably
The-
more than that.
Texas Zombie
think
Cody
more than
Owens shout out. Just got his black belt. Just got promoted.
I've seen that. You remember?
Professor Zombie.
You remember Jan Digalov?
I remember the name. Yeah.
I want to say
Zach Henson.
Zach Henson back in the day.
Speaking of Zach Henson, he's making a comeback, man.
Is that right?
He's fighting in March. I actually booked him and confirmed.
I know he's coaching one of our up and comers, man. I always see him in the cage.
Ross Starwalker.
There you go. Boom. So
he's working over there with Alyssa at Grindhouse.
and he's making a comeback.
In a box somewhere, I still have, I want to say it's 8 or 7, Cage Combat 8 or 7 that had Jeff Neal and G on the poster.
It was 8.
Yeah,
It was 8.
I've got that poster sitting around. I've got 9 because that was the debut of Dirty Latin for Cage Combat.
I remember.
Yeah, man, like it was.
Dude.
Yeah, we did way more than 33 of these before changing the name. And then it changed over to Fury Amateur Series.
Yeah,
And we've done way more than 51 of those, but we've labeled it 51 is the next one.
Just being part of that experience is freaking awesome, especially when you see the fighter that you saw locally
Yeah.
in a big cage. It's just like you take ownership of that, you know, like you were part of his experience, you know.
There's a lot of fucking history there, man. Like,
Man, whenever I hear Dirty Aladdin and Cage Combat, man, that fight with Jacob Silva, that was like early on in my tenure with you. And dude, oh my
listen.
God.
So speaking of a knockout
I'm
that,
so glad our buddy is okay. Dirty Aladdin lived to tell the story.
did you?
But dude, that night, man, like the silence that fell over that arena.
Oh, it was
whenever
rough.
Oh my God, Jacob Silva, like,
Hey, it's
Caught him.
A side note. I know where you go next, but a side note before a little backstory for that moment too. So Sidgen gets knocked out, and shout out to Sidgen. Like,
God, I thought
I didn't want him to take that fight. Eric didn't want him to take that fight, but he offered it. Like, you need, that's your job. Sometimes you don't want to offer.
I don't know if he went through a full camp or if Jacob had a different opponent.
He had a different opponent,
And then Sidgen came in like on 2
weeks.
weeks or something.
And so Sidgen from day one, like he knew he was never going to the UFC. Wasn't his deal. So he was like, I want to fight the toughest fights I can anytime. I'll take them. And he walked that walk, man. Like, if you called him on 2 weeks' notice, he's going to make weight because he's always underweight. He didn't weigh 125. And so he gets knocked out. You know, we're wheeling him out.
He's in the ambulance. I went out there and
Yeah.
they wouldn't restart. They wouldn't start the show
Well, right before you
till the medics came back in.
before you got there. So as we're going out, I told him to do I said, hey, put your thumb up.
He did it.
He did the thumb.
Yeah.
He did the thumb.
Yeah.
Hey, and he chuckled. He was like, and that.
now you say I
and, like,
vaguely
I
remember that.
Yeah.
I know my guys too, like, and my entire team. Like, if I can get them just
That's
to
fucking awesome.
giggle a little bit, like, I know we're good. I know
Yeah.
we're okay. And that was more of a check for me, for him. Like, is he
You want to see where his head was?
yeah. And we get outside, and they fucking drop him, trying to get him into.
Did
into
he
the first
do a thumbs
ambulance.
down when that happened?
So no, but I
Was he on the stretcher?
He was on the stretcher.
He was on the
and-
backboard.
and they went to bring him out, and went, and I fucking grabbed that tech. and I
Oh,
was
to
like,
bring him out of the ambulance.
Yes, to put him in it. To put him in
there.
And then they
Yeah.
had to take him out to put him in the other. Remember? So like,
Yeah.
I grabbed that tech. I was like, if you fucking hurt him, I will kill you right here, right now. Like so yeah. So Dirty Lad, he gave us the thumbs up. But you got to see maybe the worst knockout in history. That's maybe the worst knockout I've ever seen.
yeah,
I can't.
One
think
of
the worst
them.
knockout.
Yeah.
Did you? So Josh Emmett.
that was it. That was it.
Just big overhand right in an exchange with Bryce Mitchell, and
But like his toes curled and
he started
shit.
going to convulsions. He had like
Yeah.
a seizure, and they kept the camera on it for a second.
Whoa, this dude was.
And
He
then-
was out of there. And you know, Emmett was the underdog.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
Bryce
want
Mitchell
I don't
took
want to
the
say
start
we've seen a worse knockout, but I mean, Miles Banks' leg was twitching whenever they were rolling him over.
there was something about like Miles Banks recovered quicker. Miles definitely recovered quicker in the moment, but also I think because Miles was face down,
Yeah.
it visually wasn't as poor. Bryce was on his side, completely locked up.
His eyes were open. Huh?
It reminded me of the Etienne and Barbosa knockout. With the
That one?
spinning heel kick where he just like.
Well, what about Uriah
Miles
Hall on
was
Ultimate
open, too.
Fighter?
Oh, Uriah Hall, Ultimate Fighter.
That dude was out for
And
a long time.
If you guys remember, the one that said before then was Rich Franklin, Nate Quarry. When Rich
Yes.
Franklin locked up Nate Quarry and he fucking stiff falls
Yeah.
over like that. Like,
Straight left hand.
yeah, dude, so nasty.
Talk about a
Real
savage.
muscular-
Franklin.
I loved Rich Franklin.
Yeah, dude, everybody loved Rich Frank.
I had the pink shorts, pink and brown shorts.
Rich Franklin.
And then I
was a dog,
remember,
man.
sitting. We had training that day at Military Fighting Systems here in Houston, and we all left to go watch Franklin versus Silva.
And that's when people
And-
were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
And hey, shout out to Sam Hoger and Chris Sutton. They were saying like, hey man, This dude's for real. This dude's for real. And I'd seen some. I'd seen a bunch of one tapes, but I had this fucking.
I hadn't even heard of him until I saw the UFC.
I had this belief
in Rich
Franklin. Like I was a massive Rich.
Oh,
Franklin
bro, when he locked up that Thai clinch,
the look on Franklin's face.
he had no clue.
So you've like in training, you've seen moments where guys are getting like kind of lit up and they don't know what to do, and you
Right.
can see in their eyes. And if it's you doing it, you'll back off. But also when you've seen it, sometimes you're like, hey, like there was nobody to save Rich Franklin that night. He had that distance look in his eyes.
He just didn't know. Like Anderson took his soul,
Dude, that night hurt my soul.
and then he crushed his nose.
Yeah, and then the second time they fight, the interview afterwards is classic. They were still interviewing guys after they got knocked out then. And he goes, he loses again to Franklin. Franklin loses again. Rogan's got the mic up, and Franklin's like, my only real goal of this fight was to not get my nose smashed again. And he looks up and his nose is even worse.
Yeah.
Oh, crooked. Yeah, Franklin was a monster, man. But that Bryce Mitchell knockout, and did you see the next day Bryce Mitchell's statement about it?
Mm-hmm.
So he came out and he's basically extremely sincerely thanked Josh Emmett for not following up with another punch. He's like, the way my brain was, you probably could have killed me. He goes, I was all jacked up, and thank you for being there. And Josh Emmett said, yeah, in that moment, Emmett's like, I know the power I have. It's very Mark Huntish. Like when you crack somebody and you see them fall.
Emmett did stand over him and scream.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He did.
After he put him away.
And then he went off to the side.
Then he realized, damn,
He still was in that savage moment.
Testosterone's a powerful drug.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Big Mark Hunt fan. Just because of that.
Yeah.
Just
there's
crack and just
there's definitely a feeling when you connect with somebody.
Smotherman.
Oh, dude.
Smotherman
That walk
versus
off of Peter.
Yeah,
That was gangster.
he did it to Mondo too.
He did.
Not as bad.
Not as bad. The walk off against Peter was epic. Just the way like he didn't even come close to following up.
He knew.
He had it, man, and just took off. And there's something about power like that. Like when you connect with somebody really well, you've hurt them. I don't know, man. It's a beautiful thing, but it's the weird like balance of this sport in that there's this beauty in this fucking dude just getting destroyed, man. And we all step back and we're like, but at the same time, you're like, fuck, dude, to land for Emmett to barely slip that punch out of the way from Mitchell and still land his right hand. And it was weird. It hit him flush in like the nose, chin.
Right. But it didn't break his nose or nothing.
You usually don't see that. But what it is it's that whiplash, like compression, his chin smacking down, coming forward. Fucked it. That dude's got a shit.
But he was lucky that he had no broken bones in the face.
Oh, extreme.
All his teeth were there.
Crazy.
No broken nose. He just got checked.
Did you see the fighter in what org was it? Whose eye came out of socket?
No.
I did not see that.
So
I didn't see that either.
I'll send it to you boys behind the scenes.
All right.
Right here, Diego.
Diego.
I forget.
Let's go to the B-roll.
And now. All right. So I forget. Shout out to somebody. Somebody sent it to me. I forget. And they're gonna be pissed that I didn't remember who it was. But they sent it to me. I didn't be Jeremiah. I think it was Jeremiah Chamber. Shout out to JJ. Sent me this guy getting a fight, man, and his eye. It's not out, like hanging out, but you can tell it's bulbous. It's out of the socket, like it's out of where his eye should be, and it's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Hey, speaking of which, we got what you guys got planned for Christmas? Anybody got anything fun going on?
We weren't speaking of Christmas. What the fuck, man? We're talking about eyes bulging out.
Segue, baby.
All kinds of nasty shit and MMA.
I'll be home.
Merry Christmas. What's you doing? What are you going to see Santa Claus at
I'll be
Willowbrook
home
Mall?
for
Or?
Christmas.
I'll be home for
Fam. Just with the fam. We always go to my mom's on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And then we just hang out at my house on Christmas Day. But
What about you, Diego?
We celebrate Christmas Eve, so I'll be karaokeing it up.
no work? You work nights now.
I do work nights, and
Are you going to be working nights at...
on Christmas Day, I be working nights.
Hey,
Not Christmas
Any
Eve.
update yet from little man? How's he doing out in basic?
He's graduating December 27th.
That
so.
shit
Wow.
is fast in the Air Force. So what is it, like 7 days?
A buddy of mine has a kid in the Air Force, graduated, probably San Antonio. Like,
Yes,
you went there? Okay, yes, they're probably. Like the
When
same.
did he go? What day was that?
They're probably flying the
San
same
Antonio
plane
cars?
together.
Wednesday. It was last Wednesday. No, it was
11-3.
Yeah, it was
11-5.
This drops.
November 5th.
What is it? 9 weeks? Is it 8 weeks? 9 weeks?
7 weeks.
7.
Yeah, so then he went in November 5th.
Yeah.
7 weeks.
Wow.
And you've done 2 cycles.
I did
of
2.
basic.
I did 2 boot camps.
So
I
you
did
did
Army
was 9,
and I
right?
did Marine Corps.
Well, you did
2
13
boot
Marine
camp.
Corps? Is Marine
2
Corps-
boot camp.
Marine Corps was 13 weeks?
Huh?
Was Marine Corps 13 weeks?
Marine Corps is 13.
And what was and when you was it 11 or 9 for the Army?
For the Army, I think it was 8. 8.
Yeah. So I went in 99. We were at 9. Like Tumbuku. This motherfucker here. Oh, he's had 2. He's hit the O card today. He's in the trees, baby.
Hey, what's up? You done or what?
Yeah, hey, he needs to be done.
No, I'm not done.
Hey, this Diego moment is brought to you by Live Oak
Grab the
Vodka.
bottle, Diego.
Distilled
Show
in
the
bottle
show the
in
folks.
Texas.
Show the folks.
Texas vodka, baby.
Show the folks the vodka.
No, it's
Oh, hey, throw it to me.
Hold on,
I'll show him.
right
Man.
there.
Hey,
Boom.
There you
See
go.
that?
Live Oak.
distilled and bottled in Texas, where
And make
we
sure you go
stand
to the,
tall and our roots
Fury website.
run deep.
And pick up your Fury gear here, furyfc.tv.
Nice with the shit on the sleeves, man.
I like that. I like that. That's pretty damn
you.
cool.
Designed it myself.
See that shit?
I was like,
I don't have one of those, man. Where'd you get that?
at the booth.
Yeah,
You get a
That's dope.
discount.
yeah. Hey, man, they're packing up by the time the show's over, and I can go see them. I can't go get my discount.
Hey, shout out to our amazing sponsors we've had so far this year, man. Space City Collective, Kimura Tattoo Company, Sheath Underwear, Howlerhead Whiskey, OnlyFans. Make sure you go to our OnlyFans.com.
Sheath underwear in that UFC
Fury
cage.
Fighting. Dude, that's awesome, right?
See that shit now?
Yeah, it's cool. They're sending us some nice panties. I'm trying to get some ball protectors for everybody.
They have merry-go-round draws for the ring girls.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Fucking carousel drawers, whatever the fuck I said back there. Kimura Tattoo Company, private label bags, Eric the Defender. If you're in trouble, call up Eric the Defender.
We should get him on the podcast.
Yeah, we should, man. Just have him come in and
Yeah,
talk
not
shit.
Eric Garcia. If you go to court, do not call Eric Garcia.
No, don't call me.
Call Eric the Defender.
Don't call me.
Where's my bond?
Get a bomb?
Tubuku.
Bond.
Two boot camps.
2 boot camp.
2 boot camps
2 boot camps.
out there making it happen. The rest of us peasants only doing one.
Fucking year's almost over. I seen you dropped all the awards.
Oh yeah, I've dropped all the awards. I've got the year.
This would have been a great show to announce those.
I got the year-end recap video coming out.
Spoiler alerts.
Probably next week. So Jeremiah and I are going
What
back.
on?
What's going on here?
I don't know.
What's up, man?
What you do?
Where's
We're going to Jay Shea's
I don't.
video for Fights of the Year, our end of the
Oh,
year
you know
awards.
what? Can I cast to this TV, Diego?
Probably.
You probably can, yeah.
You boys fill in discussion while I do this for a moment.
Yeah, so you posted the
Motherfuckers want to involve me?
videos on IG of Fight of the Year,
Yep.
Fighter of the Year, Knockout of the Year, and I seen some people like, man, I should have got that. And you're like, well, you should have voted. Well, I
Did
didn't know
you
nothing
vote?
about voting. Where do I vote?
Well, do you listen to the podcast? I mean, goddamn, pal. We only talked about it for like 3-4 weeks straight.
Everybody's gonna want their friend to have Knockout of the
Of
Year,
course.
Fighter of the Year,
But
whatever.
there can only be one.
There can only be one, but there
You
was a
can
bunch
vote,
of amazing.
But you
ones.
can vote and get your friends to vote.
There was some good ones though, man.
Maybe we need a harder social media campaign push next year for the year-end awards.
I think so, and we need to put up some like polls and shit.
Yeah.
to where you can keep track.
Diego?
So where you
Should
can,
be
so where you can keep track
Turn it
of
off.
of who's voting and
off.
winning. Oh, we're gonna watch a little Hulu.
Hey, all right. Tubi. I want to watch Tubi Christmas movies. Come on.
Got here. See if we can.
No? Fuck me. What's happened to the
Maybe this bad
podcast?
boy.
Good Lord.
We don't know what Diego's doing to this TV right
Diego's
now.
doing either.
Man. Hey, thanks a lot, Live Oak.
Here, let me have this.
Yeah.
Here you go, Rich.
We got YouTube on here.
Just go to that where the Fury logo is. Go up to that, highlight that, and push OK, and that should put the JPEG back on the screen where it belongs.
I think Rich is trying to connect his phone the way he did
was
in
trying to.
Vegas.
Or that.
Diego, what did you do?
That's not me.
There's not even an OK button.
Hey, this moment brought to you by all the alcohol at the table.
That Diego had. Diego,
I
what you
don't
doing,
think it'll
Diego?
AirPlay on here. This TV's not pulling up for AirPlay.
Well, you didn't probably connect to it beforehand.
Diego, can you go to YouTube on here?
Yes.
You can.
Hey, we don't want to Netflix and chill, Diego.
Right there.
Just go to
I'm trying.
YouTube.
But can you go to our page?
Hey, Diego.
Somebody got.
Fuck it.
What is this?
Someone's watching the first 48.
What is this? This ain't YouTube.
So
God damn.
me have
This
it, Diego.
podcast has gone off the rails.
Diego done fucked up.
talking about fallen stretchers. Let me tell you a story.
Oh, yeah? Does this story end with go see a local fight?
No.
All right.
So we
Who
had
fell off the
a
stretcher?
incident where a guy got killed.
This story started off really terrible.
And he got on a stretcher.
Yeah.
And EMS dropped him like
Yeah.
they were singeing.
And they killed him when they dropped him?
No. So
Oh.
everybody started going crazy due to the fact there was a nightclub, there was a homicide and all that.
This was recent?
Hey, maybe you guys could hit the mute button on that while it does this shit.
So,
They dropped him, and
and
You should really go see a live show.
and then you should go see a live show.
if you've ever been dropped on a carousel or a merry-go-round, you should go see a live event. FuryFC.tv/tickets.
Hey, so we're back.
Turned it off?
We're back. I turned it off. It's all because you
No,
couldn't
just
even-
leave it alone.
Because
Diego.
it's not going to work.
So January 14th, we're back. Submission Hunter Pro 84,
88.
88.
89.
Headline by Travis Took.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. It's always
Be his
cool.
first time on the stage.
I worry
Yep.
about him
Not his
making it
first time
because
on
he
Fight
trains
Pass.
hard, man. He trains hard. Whenever we book him for these shows,
I told him, man.
he
We
trains hard, and man,
this match with Marcus, we've tried to make like 3 times, and
Yeah.
one or the other gets injured. So
it's like, dude, take it easy.
I think we
Between
found
now and then.
a big heavyweight to go with Miles.
yeah,
Miles Banks will come out here and get some grappling. I want to see the big man grapple.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be fun stuff. Then January 21st, we are back. Fury FC 84.
yes, sir.
Throwing down in H-Town to start the year. It's going to be a great year, man. February kicks off another run of I don't know how many shows and how many weeks.
February 11th, Super Bowl Sunday. I figured that out this
Yeah.
week when I turned in my Fight Pass schedule.
Glad you changed that one.
And Ted
All right,
Shields.
so are we running on February 11th? That's Eric's favorite day to run a grappling card is on Super Bowl Sunday.
No, so I turned in my Fight Pass schedule this weekend for the first quarter, and he came back. He's like, "Wait, man, this is 2/11 Super Bowl Sunday," and the reason he knew is because it's going to be in Vegas at Allegiant.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is going to be at Allegiant Stadium. So
You might also be an NFL fan.
I don't think so.
I think he's a programming fan.
Yeah, he's like, "Man, we got to change that." So we just bumped the San Antonio card to March 3rd, I think.
Good call.
Yeah, so we will have Super Bowl Sunday off. So let's figure out where to party at.
Boom.
Somebody's house. Will it be warm enough
Yeah.
for the pool by that time?
Your pool's heated, right?
Yeah, it's
February
so
11th,
it's
I mean,
just so
typically
big.
Nova, we're in
It'll
Texas.
waste probably my whole.
It's so
All right, hey, I'll.
It's so big.
That's what she said.
It'll waste my whole propane tank to heat that motherfucker.
Can't even heat it.
Hey, we'll
I can heat the hot tub.
We'll all go to
No
Walmart
problem.
and pick up a propane tank. We'll just,
No, I have one of those
them out.
underground ones that.
we can't tap in.
No,
Oh, I tried, man. I tried.
can't tap in. Tap in.
Hey, my pool's a little smaller than yours. Maybe I'll buy a heater. We'll throw it on my pool. We can all.
We can get in the hot tub though.
Me and Diego got tubs.
Hey, we go in the hot tub.
I'll sit in the bathtub with Rich. I don't know about Diego.
In the bathtub.
Yeah, I've heard about his rub and tug. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we got a party in the bathtub, I'm partying with Rich. I don't know about Diego.
Let's go.
I don't know.
Let's go.
I don't know about Rich.
Rub a dub, baby. Let's rub a dub. Is that bubbles? I don't know.
Yeah, see, hey, the worst you have to worry about with Rich is like he's farts in the bathtub. Diego, I mean,
Sharks.
Diego will be grabbing your hand and like putting it in his lap. I don't know.
Would you do that?
Maybe.
2 boot camp.
Hey, listen, we're gonna have some fun. Are we gonna have a show next week?
Yeah.
In the year?
Right? Well,
Oh, we had talked about bringing
Christmas is what day?
Monday.
Oh, about bringing Black Belt Mike?
Black Belt Mike in, yeah.
I was talking to Big Dan right now. He wants to come.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I got some fun ideas for Mike next year. It's gonna be our new Megan O'Leary without the hair or the tits. You know, we've got should be good.
I don't know where you're going with that. I'm laying out. I'm laying out.
Just more.
Hey, whenever I think of Megan
time.
O'Leary, like I do not like think Mike Alexander. I'm leaving like
Just
that.
more TV time. Get that big beautiful face up on TV a little bit more. So
help him promote his book and shit.
yeah, for sure. Hey man, make sure you guys go check out his book, "Improve Your Position" by Michael Alexander.
Not the positions you think.
Make sure you guys pick that up now.
Yeah, Diego, improve your own
or
position.
Submission.
It's a great read.
Position before.
I don't know why I try to say nice things.
Sorry.
Fuck
I
it.
apologize.
Yeah.
He said improve position.
Go buy
Does
the
that
book.
count at the massage bar?
It does. It's only.
Can I improve my position?
It's only $20 more, right?
The Sun Yi, I'm gonna get on all
The tip.
fours.
The tip. He's out of here, Wayne.
Sun Yi.
Hey,
Hold on.
oh, Diego wants to do a thing. Hold on.
What do you gotta do, Diego?
Sun Yi.
He wants to
All right,
switch to you.
There you go. Bam.
Oh, thank you. Yes, Diego. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, the time for talk is over.
book half.
This has been Fury Unleashed.
Go to local fights.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to